always pushing this, and then they have their promo days. So I see it, but for you, you're past that. You're just getting, people coming to you and say your commercials. So
yeah. Well, I've invested in building my brand, and it's
when you say
important.
invested,
I've financially invested in, I do this thing called Music Mondays where I'll go take these pictures and I'll just put together these playlists. Obviously, the playlists are free, but I have to pay the photographer every time we go out and we shoot stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to have a footprint in music.
So understand what the man's saying. And if you go on the Instagram page, those are not by accident. It's not just happening to be I'm just happening here. You on it.
Yeah.
You're on it.
And my personal brand is important to me, and whether it's filming videos or taking pictures outside of TSN, and even the stuff I do at TSN, I just want to have my Instagram page is it's kind of chaos, but it's all polished images. It's like a polished product.
Very.
Because I want to just put a certain image of myself and my work out there. I'm not taking blurry photos, or I'm not just this is us at a party. Seven dudes is drinking. No, I don't. I have some adult beverages for sure, but I'm not.
You're not posting those.
I'm not trying to have that as my public image. So the personal brand is important, and then I just got lucky that some brands they want to work with me. So Amex or Advil, I've done some stuff with Ruffles and Audible. I got a thing
Ruffles,
with that's my go-to, my G. All dress Ruffles. What?
Stop this.
Guy, all dressed. I can murder a bag in 13 minutes.
Why are you talking to the inner fat boy in me? Stop
Guy,
this.
you are 87 pounds. What do you
stop
know
this.
about all dressed Ruffles chips, my G?
Kill it.
If we're talking rice cakes, then yeah, I can see it because I can see the muscle definition in your
No, I do.
bro.
I stay fit.
Yeah,
I
you
stay
do.
fit, but I do indulge, and all dress will get killed, especially after I've been in the basement. Don't worry about what goes on in the basement.
That's your own space. Every man needs a man cave. Just needs to get away from everybody for a bit.
Yeah. So I see. I'm pretty sure you were pretty excited when they called you. You're like, Ruffles?
Oh yeah.
Back up the truck. Back the truck up.
Wow, yeah. I did get a couple of boxes of big boxes.
You got
of
tired
chips.
of it though.
I don't
want you to lose your.
No. I mean, I couldn't eat all the chips. I mean, I'd be 400 pounds. But I did give a lot of them away, and then I just had chips for months. Just all right, you guys want to come over? I got the munchies. We're good.
So the ads, the sketches lead to the ad revenue. So those are important, and making sure your brand is polished because you have to present it on a platter. Basically.
Yeah, that's important to me. Yes.
Okay. I want to get into the games now.
Okay.
Out of the major teams will be the Raptors, Leafs, TFC,
here
Jays,
in Toronto, yep.
Argos, or the Rock. If you had to just attend one game, if you only going to attend one game, which team?
I would go to a Raptors game. I think basketball is the most fun for the fans, and it's what they do as far as an entertainment product. Inside the Air Canada Center is the best in basketball. I've been to many different basketball arenas, and I would go to a Raptors game. I mean, there's so many highs and lows, and so many momentum shifts and stuff like that. I mean, soccer there's a lot of highs and lows as well. The scoring.
Have you gone to a game in Europe, a soccer game?
No. So I haven't seen pure.
The madness,
right? The closest I've been was I went to the World Cup in South Africa. Football, yes. So I saw Ghana play Uruguay in 2010. That was amazing, and Ghana lost on penalty kicks at the end.
Okay.
So that was highly emotional. But if as far as Toronto's sports teams go, I would see a Raptors game first, and then I would go to probably a Jays game, and then go from there.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. For me, right now, because I've never been to one, it'd probably be a hockey game.
Okay.
And I grew up watching Hockey Night in Canada. And
of course.
Whatnot,
man, any Canadian, that's part of that's in the fabric of our.
So it would have to be a
TV
hockey
experience.
game for me. But so you touched on Music Mondays.
Yeah.
And I see that you're consistent with it. How do you keep up with the music? Like for me, it's whatever lands in my lap. Like there's music that I'm just hearing about it months later. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm more active in seeking it out. There are a few pages I go to, like usually on the weekends, because music gets released on Fridays now. Actually, well, some like Lucy.
It's oversaturated. I don't know how you keep like even the names. Like I learned about some girl from I can't remember her name from you. I can't. I think it's from Oakland.
Yeah, Kamaya.
Kamaya.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
this sounds real jazzy. I dig
Yeah.
this.
Oh, thanks.
You know.
But I go look for it. So and I don't like everything. I mean, those are the 10 that I'm gonna bang all week, just in my car, or working out, or just when I'm chilling. And some people come to the page to discover new stuff, and some people just kind of check on it from time to time. But it's important to me to always have new stimulus musically, just so it stimulates my mind in a certain way or relaxes my mind.
Okay. Who's your favorite Canadian artist, quote unquote?
God, there's no quote unquote Canadian. Okay? There's no quote unquote Canada. There's no quote unquote Nigeria. All right.
So yeah, let me rephrase that. I mean, like growing up, like who did you listen to?
Canadian wise, I guess it would be Cardinal Official.
And you know him?
Yeah. We've had many conversations. He's a
good?
great dude, and
Yeah, I follow him. I see.
And an artist who's constantly trying to. He's not trying to recreate himself, but he takes chances. I mean, my guy.
He challenges himself.
He does. Obviously, he's a pretty good MC. He can obviously spit patois. There's. I don't know if there's any other art. Busta Rhymes can do it a little bit, but not with the same fluency that Cardinal has.
Cardinal before Drake was the one that had, as far as hip hop, I know from just traveling when I went to Florida in Orlando back in 2001, they knew about his music. So he had an appeal outside of just Canada.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
I mean, when Dave Chappelle was shooting Half Baked in Toronto, that's where he discovered Cardinal's music. And then later on down the road, they became friends because Dave Chappelle was like, yo, I know you, like, it's Cardinal. Okay. And Cardinal's like, what? They became friends, and Cardinal travels with Dave Chappelle. Like, he's been to Chappelle's home in Ohio. He's been to his, like, barn parties where people have no cell phones. It's just a jam. Cardinal told me some wild stories about partying with Dave Chappelle. And to your point about when you were in Florida, like, Americans taking notice of Cardinal or popping up on the radar, it's when he jumped on the Clips remix to Grinding. When he came in, they just can't hold in me, don't let go, controlling me.
That's what they love.
Over that
That's what
beat,
they love.
That
they love that, the melody stuff.
Yeah, man. And then he just murdered that remix.
That's why, okay, when you look at it now, you see the Tory Lanez getting accepted, and that's why Drake, 'cause that melodic music always could win over the crowd all the time.
Because Tory Lanez, Drake, those guys, Weeknd, they can make great songs. I mean, when Drake was having his beef with Meek Mill, Drake won because he made a better song. Back to Back was a great song. When people argue Jay-Z versus Nas, The Takeover was a better song than even though Ether had doper lyrics, The Takeover was a better song. Using that Doors riff, ROC, running this rap, the Takeover, the breaks over. But Nas had better rhymes, but still, like, that Ether beats wasn't as good, and so that's.
Well, that's what they say about. I can't remember what somebody was saying that on the internet that Nas doesn't pick good beats for his music.
Not a lot, and. I kind of feel bad. I do kind of feel bad for Nas on the second record after Illmatic comes out in '94. My guy's 19 years old, produces one of the greatest bodies of work in the history of the art form at 19. The follow-up, it was written. If you listen to that now, you're like, man, this is some dope beats. Like, the production was on point. But at the time, it was too commercial sounding for hip-hop sensibilities. So then critically it was panned.
I was like, what is this?
Oh, I loved it. Right from the jump, like the message, ding, ding. I think he used like a Sting sample, and then Street
the music,
Dreams.
It was more the transition from, because remember he started wearing suits, and so for us think about Suits wearing. I'm like, what's wrong with Nas? Why is he wearing suits? What is
See
going on
that?
with
See,
you?
man, we eat our own too much, man.
No,
we don't
no.
allow artists to like just try stuff. Imagine Kanye
No, but
came out in the '90s.
but we're talking about when
No chance.
I didn't understand like evolution at that point. For him at that point, the amount like the way he's probably evolving was crazy. Just what he's seen in life, leaving that project, and then now he's coming out platinum plaques. So him evolving, I could never understand like what he's doing. So looking back now, obviously I didn't know that. I was just like, hey.
But also we eat our own though, man. Like we're not embracing people like true artists as much as, maybe we did it like our parents' era, like Prince, who was a fully formed artist, Michael, and they were both masculine and effeminate.
I think it goes back to just the music being oversaturated. Like there's a lot to choose from, and then
you're talking about now?
Yeah, because even leading up, like even in the '90s, there was a lot of music. We didn't have the access we had to it like we have with technology, but there was still a lot of music.
Yeah, I guess relative to the time, sure.
Yeah, there was a lot. Like there was a lot of music. I mean, like that's when the Source became big. Remember, and so like they literally made millions because of the music that was going on.
Okay, wait. So are you saying? Sorry, how does that tie into Nas though, wearing suits and stuff?
No. I was just saying, in regards to him making that transition from the first album to the second one.
Yeah.
And you said you loved it from the get-go. Remember you were saying?
I did. Yeah, I did love it.
For me, it wasn't like I was more into the Illmatic Nas. Because it's been said, a lot of people say it, like Jay-Z said it, like he had one, he said,
one hot album every 10-year average.
That's what I'm saying. There's a thing that says Nas, ever since Illmatic, he really hasn't, but you can't, it's not fair.
It's not fair.
Looking back, I was biased, I guess, just being selfish, but now I know better, like, it's not fair. Like, it's not fair.
I think Nas redeemed himself. Himself.
Stillmatic.
The Lost Tapes. They were better songs.
Stillmatic.
And he had some better beats. I Can, One Mic Was sick. Even the song with James Brown. I think it was Get Down. Oh, Godson. That was another complete body of work.
I like that one. Yeah, that's the one with Julie Black. Heaven Was a Mile Away.
That Socrates had produced.
Socrates produced that too?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I didn't know.
It's Socrates' voice on the chorus.
Shout out to Socrates.
Yeah,
leading up to my book being published, I had a couple of events, and I had some artists come out, and Socrates was one of the headliners.
Awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Socrates.
Yeah, man.
He's one of the legends.
He's a talented dude.
Have you held all the championship trophies?
No, I have not. Thank you. That's a great question. No one's ever asked me that before. I've only drank from the Stanley Cup, and I've eaten Captain Crunch and Lucky Charms out of the Stanley Cup, and the Larry O'Brien trophy I've held before.
Oh, yeah.
But just those two. So hockey and basketball, never held it. I
didn't think you the baseball one, because first of all, we haven't won it in years.
Yeah, been one since 93.
And that one doesn't look like it's transferable, like it's not portable like the other ones.
Yeah, it's not like something you can hold and hoist and like
take
with
all
you.
Those flags on it. Like, it just looks awkward.
Yeah, it does. It is awkward. And then the Lombardi Trophy, I have a friend in football that if he wins it, then I might be able to hold it.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
But that's his position players are terrible, so he may never get there again.
Just a side note, seeing that we're watching the Raptors as they're losing to Milwaukee right now.
Yeah.
Did you think it would have been cool to have Vince come back?
Yeah, we're kind of in this nostalgic culture right now where Hollywood is revamping movies or revamping TV shows. Nostalgia, I mean, it's cyclical, so people like it. It's their feel good, and Vince Carter is Toronto's feel good for a lot of people. And I think as a city, have forgiven him because he wanted to leave, and he did ultimately. It's
been a while, but when it happened, it was bitter. It was bitter.
Yeah,
I must admit, I was bitter. You weren't bitter when he left?
Yeah, I guess it was a little bit. Yeah, I guess it was bitter. A little bit. Yeah,
like he pretty much punked us off. Like he just said, "Fuck you guys," pretty much.
So would I have wanted to see him come back?
Yeah. You know how they wanted to bring him.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't fit into the current. He doesn't really fit into the current plans. I mean,
See, that's the whole thing with me. I'm not
taking someone else's time.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about the nostalgic aspect of it, so I would have ex-nayed that.
Listen, Masai Ujiri is a godsend, and he's one of the
and
smartest executives
they did the right thing.
in sports.
They did the right thing. They did the right thing. I think they did the right thing. But you know, now it's to move on to the segment called "Agree to Disagree."
Okay.
I sent you a couple of opinions of mine, and the one that you picked up on was now the CFL. I know it's a staple in, should I say, quote unquote, Canadian?
No, you shouldn't say quote unquote.
In Canadian culture,
Mm-hmm.
and I listened to the fan, and the case has been made: is the CFL better without the Toronto franchise in it? Because of obvious reasons, there's really no support for it. Like, we don't really support it in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you're better off with focusing two other small markets somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, just, I don't know. I don't see Toronto adding anything to the CFL. I feel like it takes away to it, irregardless of the fact that they just won the championship.
They did just win 105th Grey Cup.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if any league's economic viability could be sustained without the biggest market in in the country for that sport.
Let me ask you a question. If you did not get free tickets to the game, would you go to the game?
Would I go to an Argos game?
Yeah.